Okay, so the product rule is, as it says, where you have two functions that you multiply together. So if I look on page, the product rule starts on page 66, but the questions are on page 67. So if I look at the first one on page 67, it says x times the sine of x. Okay. So you've got two functions. This is a function and that is a function. Because you can differentiate x and you can differentiate sine x. Okay. So in actual fact that should be y is equal to. Okay. But in any case, so we will let me write it like this. Y is equal to, okay, so we will let u now be equal to x, because you can differentiate x is a function, and we will let v be equal to sine x. As you can see, this rule at the top here, this is u times dv dx means u as it is times the derivative of v plus v as it is times the derivative of u. So we take the derivative of u and v. So the derivative of u with respect to x is equal to x again. Let me just quickly explain this to those of you that don't understand. So you've got your first rule again that says x to the power of n. If you take the derivative, you get n times x to the power of n minus 1. So in our case, we've got we have x to the power of 1 because we can't, there's no power, so the power is 1, or we can't see the power rather. So 1 to the front, we don't write the 1, so n is 1, we don't write it. X to the power of n is 1, 1 minus 1 gives us x to the power of 0, and as we know from by now, anything to the power of 0 is equal to 1, so the derivative of x is equal to 1. Okay, and in this case we've got the derivative of v with respect to x, and if we look at our table, derivative table, we get, quickly make a copy of that. We use this one where we have I'll put it in here. It's small, or enlarge it a bit. So that's the rule. So if we get take the derivative of sine x, we get cos x. Okay, so the derivative of sine x is just cos x because we've only got one angle. We don't have, if there was a number in front of the angle, yeah, because x is actually an angle, we would use the next rule down. Okay. Okay, so good. So now all we do is we follow the rule as it is written there. So we've got dy dx is then equal to u times the derivative of v with respect to x plus v times the derivative of u with respect to x. Okay, so u in this case is x, times the derivative of v is cos x, plus v sin x, times the derivative of u, which is 1. Okay, we usually don't write 1, but I'll write 1 there just for clarity. So dy dx is then equal to x cos x plus sin x, and that is the answer.